a grisly discovery found in the garage of a dead abortionist, and an update on the SB 24 bill. That's coming up on this edition of ProLifeGen News. Hey everyone, I'm Kelly, and this is ProLifeGen News. It's right out of a horror story. An abortionist dies, and his family and police discover 2,246 fetuses medically preserved in his garage. Only this grisly tale is not fiction. It's the latest news coming out of Indiana and Illinois this week after abortionist Oleg Kloffer passed away, and the mysterious carnage he left behind is raising a lot of questions. The Attorneys General of Illinois and Indiana are now investigating how the human remains got from Kloffer's network of Indiana abortion clinics to his rural Illinois home and what laws might have been violated. Now, this would not be Kloffer's first round of violations. He had a history of transgressions, 9 to be exact, including failure to report the statutory rapes of a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old. Now, this cost him his medical license. Vice President Mike Pence had this to say on Twitter: "The horrific discovery of 2,246 fetal remains in abortionist Dr. Kloffer's Illinois home is appalling and should shock the conscience of every American. While I was governor of Indiana, we took away his medical license and passed a law requiring fetal remains be treated with dignity. His actions should be fully and thoroughly investigated. The remains of the unborn must be treated with dignity and respect, and this abortionist's defenders should be ashamed. We will always stand for the unborn." Now, both Planned Parenthood and NARAL fought Indiana's fetal burial law, which would have prevented this act altogether. While mainstream media continues to be virtually silent on this one, we're following it closely as the investigation continues. And finally, and unfortunately, the SB 24 bill, a bill that would require public college and university health centers to distribute abortion drugs, passed the California Assembly and awaits the signature of Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom. The bill has been heavily rallied against, especially by Students for Life, but passed the California State Senate 28-11. According to Students for Life of America President Kristen Hawkins, California legislators are recklessly experimenting with students' lives and health by advancing a plan to force school health centers to become abortion vendors, pushing chemical abortion pills to force an intentional miscarriage. These toilet bowl abortions would create havoc on campuses as girls are sent to their dorm bathrooms to bleed and pass an aborted infant in a toilet without medical supervision or assistance. Why would California schools want to expose their students and universities to this kind of deadly risk? But guys, this doesn't mean that our fight is over. We are still spreading the truth about the harm that this is going to do to schools and universities. And if you want to learn more about this and how it's playing out on your campus, visit nocampusabortions.com. And that's all for today's edition of ProLifeGen News. For more on these stories and the latest in the pro-life movement, head over to studentsforlife.org and continue to follow us here on Facebook. Don't forget to like and share the content you're seeing here to help us spread the message of hope and life in America. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kelly, and I'll see you next time.